Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. My name is Marlene and I talk about everything related to healing the relationship with your own body, with food and with movement. I'm a recovery coach and today I want to talk about a topic that is really important. A couple of weeks ago, I actually posted a video that was called I Want to Be Anorexic. And I was responding to a comment that somebody made under one of my other videos, which was basically like, wish I would be a little bit anorexic because that would mean that I could handle myself better around food. And I was explaining how disordered of a thought that is. And then I was scrolling on Instagram, I was looking for content, really much in my coaching bubble. And I saw another video of an amazing content creators talking about different kinds of eating disorders. And when I went to the comment section, somebody would actually say something like, I wish I could be bulimic because I could eat as much as I want to and I could just get rid of it. And while I had a phase where I actually had this very same thought, I can assure you, you don't want to be bulimic. You don't want to have any kind of eating disorder. And I'm very serious about this because I went through a very restrictive eating disorder for 10 years and I nearly killed myself. And I have to be so honest on here because so many people still don't understand how serious eating disorders are. Even if you don't see it in somebody, they might struggle with eating and they might hurt themselves more than you would ever expect. There's so many people who think, oh, an eating disorder is just being super skinny. That's not the case. So many people are damaging their bodies up to the point where they can barely survive and you might not even be aware of it because you just have a very certain picture or image of eating disorders in your brain. So when I first started dieting and came to the cycle of dieting, then eating a little bit more, I wasn't even binging, but I would eat a little bit more again and then I would try to restrict myself again. I actually told my story before. But I became very depressed at the age of 17. I would go out a lot, I would drink a lot of alcohol and try to starve myself before to make up for the calories. I would smoke a lot and I would come home and try to make myself throwing up. Because I was convinced if I could just get rid of these calories, I would just be more than fine. In my head, it was just a simple fix. In my head, I thought I could just eat normally and then I could just get rid of it and be super skinny, but I would never have to starve myself. Well, guess what? I work with a lot of people who have or had bulimia, and I also have a lot of friends that talk to me very openly about their experiences. And having bulimia is a living nightmare. Bulimia does not only destroy your body in a way that you would not expect, bulimia also destroys your body image and your brain in a way that you would never think. So you would never be able to just eat a regular meal and when it's a little bit too much, get rid of it. First of all, this is not a healthy thought to have. No healthy person would ever want to throw up their food. That is just nothing that happens in healthy minds. And second of all, the people I talk to, the people I'm coaching, tell me are all the same. They never know if they can just have a normal meal or if it will become a binge. They never know if they can actually keep anything inside of them because they get so used to throwing up. And of course there's very, very different types of bulimia and I don't want to generalize that. But there's a bunch of people who actually have the binge purge type, which means eating a lot of food in a very short amount of time. It's often to suppress your feelings and then to get some release, to get it out of your body. Bulimia is actually something that falls under the category of self-harm because in the end it is harming yourself. As with every other eating disorder, once you develop an eating disorder, you will not be able to have healthy thoughts around food, around your body, around life in general. Your life will revolve around food. Your life will revolve around how much can I eat? How much do I have to get rid of? Whether it is purging or training or whatever else. When can I eat for the next time? How can I afford my meals? Because for a lot of people that suffer from binge eating or from bulimia, it's actually also a money thing because you have to have a lot of food to actually, pun intended, feed your eating disorder. What will other people say? Will there be a toilet around? What do I do? What if somebody catches me? The embarrassing, the guilt, and the shame around this eating disorder is very huge. And I talked to so many people who actually opened up about it very much and who told me the things they did to make their eating disorder happen. They told me the most embarrassing things. And I would never judge it because I understand it's an eating disorder and I have done things myself that I'm very ashamed for, but I would never ever judge anyone else for it. So they told me what they did. They told me how much it destroyed their lives. So please be mindful with wishes like, I want to be anorexic or I want to be bulimic. Because in the end, if that is where your mind is at, you might actually need help already. And I'm not saying that to talk you down, but I'm saying that to actually take you serious, because a lot of people think that they are not allowed to get help if they are not like super skinny or if they are not physically super sick. Well, this is not the case. Don't let it come so far. I personally let it come so far because I thought I have to be under a certain amount of weight, I had to be inpatient, all that kind of stuff. So I took it very, very far, and I often regretted not having chosen recovery earlier. And of course I can't change this anymore, but I can continue to educate you guys. So if you find yourself in a state where you have thoughts like, oh, I wish I could be anorexic, or I wish I could be bulimic, that is actually how it started for me. And that is a state where you already need help. And please do yourself a favor and get some help and talk to someone who really understands that, if it's a coach or if it's a therapist, because you don't have to be diagnosed in order to get help. You don't have to be diagnosed in order to get coaching. I work with all kinds of people, whether it is somebody who has a diagnosis, whether it is a certain kind of eating disorder, or whether you struggle with your body image overall. These are all topics we're working on in coaching, but you have to admit to yourself first that you already struggle with this topic. So I hope this helped you a little bit, and I'm very, very happy for everyone who's on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.